Aussies, what is retirement looking like for you? Interested to know how everyone sees their retirement days from where they are currently at and how they plan to spend it. 39-year-old here. What is this retirement you speak of? 60 and can't find another job, so maybe I'm retired? I just have to not eat until I get the pension at 67. Should be a piece of piss. An early death is the only retirement I can afford. If I'm ever allowed to retire, I'll likely be too poor to enjoy it. I'm 58 and could easily retire now. I have enough in savings and super to last me well into Tuesday week. I would like to be living in a tiny home with separate gaming studio, giving back to the local environment in some way. A spot of traveling around what's left of the planet and publishing the kind of recipes that require people to scroll through my life story before they can actually see the ingredients. You know, the usual. Mine is the hope that when I die, it's early in the morning so I don't have to go into work that day for no reason. Crime. It's going to have to be crime. You'll be living in one of my kids' garages for sure. It'll be an early grave because after 15 years of healthcare I've seen enough to know that nothing good awaits me. I work in a mortuary. Just roll me onto a tray and call the state trustee. All jokes aside, contribute into super. 44 An extremely confident retirement will never be an option. Working till I die and then just chuck me in the bin like Frank Reynolds. House paid off 10 years before retirement. Blow all my super and savings having fun over the next 15 years. Watch YouTube 15 hours a day on the pension. Fin. 54 Twice divorced, will be working till the day I die. Living overseas and owning something overseas. I don't see a future here. At this rate my retirement plan is my work belt tied into a noose. Banking on assisted dying being easy to access. Blow my savings and as soon as my health declines off I go. My plan at 25 was retire at age 55, which is next week, and pay off the house. That was when super could be withdrawn at 55. Now I'm here I still don't have enough to pay off the house, so will be working FT until I'm 60 at least. I've been working full-time for 39 years and quite frankly I'm over it. Dying amongst the hordes of climate refugees in 30-odd years. LOL. Retirement. What retirement? My super holds 6k so it'll be good for a week's holiday when I turn 80 thumbs up sign. How successful are old people on OnlyFans? The fact they keep increasing the retirement age means I'll probably be dead before I hit it. The plan is to save money and just stop working at 50, couldn't care less what happens after that. Well, I'm not really sure how many more once-in-a-lifetime financial collapses I'm going to have to live through, but I'm hopeful I'll be able to kick back and relax once I turn 120, maybe 130. Probably going to die before I'm old enough to be given my own money. Probably going to be a nice sunny day and a long walk into the bushland with my shotgun. Poverty. The Kurt Cobain retirement plan. My retirement will be getting retired by the Chinese conscripts overrunning my trench line during the climate wars. Yours will probably be the same, TBH. 32 years old and I work in a crucial public service. Will never be able to afford a house. Might be able to afford 5-10 years of retirement after working till 70 then if I'm unlucky and haven't died, yet my options are homelessness or suicide. Government just offered us a nice pay rise that is vastly below inflation levels so fuck us I guess. It's looking like a nice 6-foot hole in the ground. I'll be dead before I can afford to retire. Looks like sometime after never for me. Got a 30-year mortgage at age 46, so not actually joking. Gardening, sailing, farming, woodworking, traveling, yeah looking pretty good right now. I'm early 50s, reckon I've got about 5 years left then we're good to go. Don't need massive amounts of money when there's no mortgage and few bills. Go to a place I hate every day, sell my lifetime for peanuts, get told I should be thankful, then die. So I guess retirement, the sweet release of death. I'm going to live in the woods and scare hikers. Then at least when the elements take me, no one will have to pay thousands for a funeral. I'm looking at doing some basic gardening, gathering antique tools and supplies, hunting for game. You know, apocalypse stuff. Work until my 70s at this stage, but hopefully by then I'll be down to 3 days a week. Not because I have to, but because the thought of sitting around doing jacks hit or playing bowls whilst developing a drinking problem is not my cup of tea. Currently very early 30s. Assuming nothing goes wrong, which it inevitably will, I should personally have over $2 million in super at 60/17 employer contributions. So probably okay, all things considered, if I can get some sort of PPOR sorted by then. And if nothing goes wrong. Which it will. 43 now, and I'll be sitting pretty even if I don't contribute another cent unless I buy a beachfront mansion and a new cruiser. I'll comfortably be able to travel internationally, play golf, eat steak and drink wine, relax by the sea. Hopefully another 2-3 years full-time FIFO, and then potentially change to job share, and let compounding do its magic over the next 15 years. I believe I've done enough heavy lifting over the last 10 years to set myself up. I'm not a landowner, so I will work until I die to benefit someone who is. I'm 45. I have a retirement dream, which is to live out my days in a semi-rural spot, maybe somewhere in Hampshire, or elsewhere in the south of England. We'll see whether I can cover the cost and logistics of that when the time comes. I didn't do the wife and kids thing, so that's probably saved me a lot of money. 40 here, I just need to remain employed and it should be good by 62. I've been putting extra super away for a while now. If the folks and in-laws pass, any inheritance will be put into super. I'm a stay-at-home parent and about to rejoin the workforce after 5 years when my daughter goes to school. I'll be 40 next year. I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking it's too late in life to do the whole study, start from the bottom thing. Then realized that I'm probably working until I'm 75 at least. If not 80. If I'm going to study something, it better be worth it. Retirement is distant. And I won't have much saved for it unless I put in a lot during those 35 years either. I'm 45. At this stage it looks like he'll be working right up to lunchtime the day of my funeral. We get a slab of VB, a deck of Winnie Blues and a heartfelt good on ya mate. I'm hoping for the choice of euthanasia as my only really obtainable retirement. I'm going to Thailand, just setting the seeds now. I can't afford home ownership just yet and have no kids. I'm out. I think my retirement plan is prison at this point. Pretty good. Never had kids, never had an expensive car or fancy toys. Bought a cheap unit years ago and paid it off as quickly as possible. Never had more than a low wage. Saved every cent I could in a separate account and didn't touch it. I'm 43. Dink here it'll be spent traveling, spending time in the holiday home and hosting mates over for get-togethers. Sat down with my financial advisor and had a plan to retire at 50, latest 54, and if I follow it. Hopefully I'll be able to achieve it. Climate wars. I refuse to work past 60. I don't have enough super to retire in Australia. So I am moving to a country where I can afford to. In 2 years. We'll be working as long as we mentally and physically can. When I'm dead. Well, I've been a disability pensioner since I was 17, I have no super, family's poor enough that I won't get shit once my parents are gone. I don't see a future for myself at all, so I'm not gonna have a kid or 3 to inherit all the illnesses and trauma and everybody's junk. My retirement age is non-existent. I'm hoping to be able to retire at 57-60. Definitely don't want to be working much past that. To die when I can't work anymore, upside down face.